Welcome to this podcast is Uncalled For.
Well, the name of this podcast is Stuff Uncalled For?
This podcast is uncalled for.
Podcast, all right. Well,
What's uncalled for about it?
What we doing, Tijuana?
And he's like, what did you just say?
It's a bit of a slap in the face and an insult.
And then look, thank you back home.
Oh, that's going to be great for the football chant.
Yeah, it's kind of like, what's that character from Guardians of the Galaxy who takes everything literally?
Because it always happens. It always happens.
That is uncalled for, Michael.
And now, your host for this podcast, Mike Chernevsky.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. And thrilled to have one of, if not my oldest friend, that I'm still in contact with, someone, Jeff Polaschek, joining us on the podcast. So,
hey, how are you, man? Yeah, good to see you, man. Yeah, we go way back. We go back to like kindergarten, first grade days, right?
Second grade.
Second grade? Wow. Nice to see you, man. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, great to have you on. So, if anyone's familiar with Jeff, probably because he was at one point the drummer of a little band in the KC area called Anything But Joey, originally Thulium. But
yeah, way back days, Thulium. And before that, MIP.
I think I'm familiar with MIPs.
No, that was maybe even just a little bit before my time, but some of the other guys like Chesson and Drew and those guys were in that band as well, right before me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Those are some fun shows seeing you guys perform. You on drums, Chesson on guitar, Drew on bass and vocals, Groby singing, and on occasion we'd see Mr. Steve Nick playing guitar.
Yeah.
Too.
There were, we had a few iterations of the band over the years for sure, but yeah, the core four remain intact. I still talk to those guys probably about like once a month or so.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I am Facebook friends with Matt, and that's about it.
Yeah. Brian Chesson does not keep much of a social media presence. He likes to keep on the low profile. Got to keep away from the feds. Always one step ahead,
That's funny.
Yeah, man. What's new with you?
Well, aside from doing this podcast and getting ready to do the podcast at KC Fringe in
nice.
Late July. Yeah.
That's exciting.
It is very exciting being able to basically doing what we're doing right now, just in front of a live audience.
Man, it's nice to be doing things back in front of live audiences again, huh?
It is. Not that there's anything wrong with doing it on Zoom, because I find that's very useful. Aside from that, I'm teaching chess part-time. I been doing a lot of DoorDash as well.
Nice.
Again, a byproduct of this podcast, because I had a couple of other friends on, and one of them said, "Hey, you should do DoorDash, make some extra money." And
nice. So you're one of the ones who kept us all afloat during all the pandemic, then, huh?
Proudly, yeah.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. And some of that's the Boy Scout in me too, and that's something else we can talk about, because something that's not many people know about you, but I certainly do, is that you were in Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts for a little bit. And
I was, yeah. I don't know when that started. I guess around second grade. Is that when like Weeblos or whatever starts?
Yeah, that's when. Yeah, second grade that's Wolf, then third grade is Bear. And fourth and fifth, that's Weeblos, and then after that, it's Boy Scouts until you're 18.
Yeah, I think I don't know when I left. Probably right around freshman or sophomore year, I kind of stopped. I was getting busy. I was doing, marching band stuff at school and
Yeah.
jazz band and all that other stuff. But yeah, man, I did a lot of the Boy Scout stuff.
Yeah. I made it as far as life. Came
Nice.
a merit badge and an Eagle Project shy of Eagle.
Damn.
That's how close I was.
Do you ever think about going back, finish it up?
Well, it's a little too late for that. But I am still involved with the Boy Scouts as a merit badge counselor, and so
That's awesome.
yeah.
That's great. Yeah, man. What we used to did some campouts and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I was thinking
Just
of a couple of stories in particular. I know we were in the same Cub Scout pack together, but Boy Scouts, I was in 256. I think you were either 256 or 257, one of the two.
I don't remember. I
Yeah.
don't remember, to be honest with you. But yeah, I remember one time being on a camp out somebody's farm. I don't remember who it was. I don't remember where it was at, but it was raining and cold. And whoever I was bunkmating with wanted to keep the tent door open the entire night. And I almost froze to death. It was pretty bad. I was like, maybe I'm not cut out for this stuff. Maybe it's time for me to move on.
Yeah. Well, I got two stories I want to revisit. One from Cub Scouts and the other from Boy Scouts.
Sure.
So the Cub Scouts, this was Webelos. We were at Nash and doing the whole personal hygiene thing, and I had a little bottle of mouthwash scope. Doing the mouthwash thing, spit into those troughs, which has lots of potential for splashback, and splash into another kid's face. and that kid dubbed me Scope Man from
yes, that's another thing that time was always good for, just quality nicknames, right?
Yeah. A couple of years later, he got his revenge on me. I was doing Cub Scouts day camp staff, unpaid, and also Nash, and this kid, obviously older now, remembered me and proceeded to douse me with either water gun or water balloons, and that's for getting me with scope the one time.
Oh man, good times.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's funny.
Yeah.
What was the other story?
So the other story that's coming to mind was Boy Scouts. Second year, I was second year scout camp out at Bartle, and I took in the rifle shooting merit badge.
Yeah.
And which of course a lot of rifle shooting required, and those 22s, and we were shooting, and as we were shooting, a bullet hits one of the clotheslines that was holding up all the targets, and all the targets fell.
Oh no, you actually hit the clothesline.
I wasn't aiming for the clothesline, but yes, I hit the clothesline.
You should tell everybody you were aiming for it, because I mean, you couldn't do that again probably in a million shots.
Probably not. Well, my dad heard about that story. He was at Webelos camp with my brother, and then came out after Webelos camp, and they told him the story at the RHQ, and he's like, "What?" And to this day, he's likes telling that story. So,
yeah, that's funny. How is your dad?
He's doing well. So been in and out of the hospital with kidney stones and stuff. He's doing all right, all things considered. Yeah.
No, good to hear it. Well, if you talk to him, please tell him I said hello. He might not remember me, but
absolutely, I know he will definitely remember you. Yes.
He might. That's funny. That's good, man. So do you still keep up on like the local music scene or anything there in Kansas City?
Well, I've had a couple musicians on the podcast too, who dabble in film and acting sometimes.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'll probably get a couple more before it's all said and done. So that's something to look forward to.
Yeah, that's very cool, man. I'm glad to hear you're doing this. I feel like so many people have started up some podcasts over the last couple of years. It seems to be the hot new thing. I've been talking with Chesson about doing it, but we can never get our schedules right. And I don't think anyone wants to hear us talk for any amount of time.
You never know. You never know. There are literally podcasts on everything.
I know, it's wild. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Well, I moved up to Chicago probably about 11 years ago.
Okay.
So I haven't been in Kansas City in quite some time, but man, that place has changed quite a bit since I've been gone.
It has, and a lot of it in a positive way, I think.
Yeah.
Like the streetcar, that's a big thing that. Yeah.
That's
right now,
cool.
Right now, it just runs up and down Main Street, looping around the river markets, but they are extending it.
That's cool.
Yeah,
it needs something like that, especially, just the news about the World Cup and everything. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
It's incredible. I think the next 4 or 5 years down there is going to be kind of crazy.
Yeah. So there are 4 extensions either being built as we speak or in the planning mode. So the 2 that are being built right now, the big one, of course, extended past Union Station all the way to my college alma mater, UMKC.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's going to be up and running, I think, 3 years from now. But they are definitely putting the track down. Then the second extension will go from the river markets to the riverfront, which has built up significantly the last couple of years.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of places down there, some bars and restaurants. There's like a dog park / bar or something down over by there. That looks pretty cool.
It's called Bark or Barkay, one of the which got referenced on the podcast.
You want to be.
Which actually got referenced on the podcast. I was taking my buddy Conrado up to the chess club for a tournament one, and we just happened to drive by at the place, and he was like, "Oh, you walk in and you'll get drunk, and the dog he takes you back home."
If you're lucky, I suppose. If you're one of the lucky ones, I guess that's what happens.
Yeah, that's the second extension that's definitely being built. The third, which they are having they had a planning meeting for this just a little while ago. I couldn't go because of work, but it would extend the streetcar from the river markets up to North KC.
Nice.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
And then
the
fourth,
they definitely need something like that.
Yeah. And then the fourth extension I'm aware of, it's still very early in the study phase, but it would be an east-west route going from KU Med to the stadiums.
Nice.
Yeah. And,
nice. Is there any more talk or anything about moving the baseball stadium downtown?
Yes, there is. I think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I've actually been wanting it to happen for way too long.
Yeah. No, I think it would be great.
It would
for the city.
It would. I think baseball does belong downtown. Now, I know Chicago has the 2 teams, the Red White Sox and the Cubs, and I think the White Sox are closer to downtown Chicago than the Cubs.
Actually, it's pretty similar, actually.
Okay.
Wrigleyville is, a couple miles north, and then I don't even know what the stadium down there is called, Guaranteed Rate Field or something, I think is what it is
It's just
now.
called Comiskey, just for simplicity.
I know, right? Like it is Comiskey. It always will be. As just down south, but I think the city is snuggled right neatly in between them there. But I've been to both stadiums. I like them both. Obviously, being a Royals fan, it's hard for me to go to White Sox games, but
Right.
But I try to go to a couple Cubs games every year, and then when the Royals are in town playing the White Sox, I'll make it to a couple games down there as well. They're beautiful stadiums. It's great. It's a great city for sports. That's for sure.
Yeah. Whereas my only experience with Chicago has been O'Hare and
You've only done the airport?
well, kind of, sort of. Had my little episode back in 2008, but before that, remember I was planning to join the Navy out of high school.
Yeah.
The Naval Training Center is in North Chicago.
Right.
So yeah, best 2 weeks of my life, as I jokingly think about it. So.
Oh man, well, you got to get back up here, man. It's a great city.
I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I've become partial to St. Louis in recent years.
Why the St. Louis love?
Well, aside from the big reason that brought me there is love for the Rams. Even though they're long, I actually stopped being a Rams fan the second they were ripped out of St. Louis. Actually,
Yeah.
But I find the St. Louis very similar to KC in regards to just the quality of people there.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually did a video job in St. Louis a few years ago. Was there for a little over a week, and they were just sending people a video job, which, by the way, had me in the same room as the current president of the United States.
Oh, man, nice. Did you get to chat with him?
Sadly, no.
Yeah.
It was the VFW convention, and I was there on the video crew, and I was unfortunately quite a ways away. I was handling a camera aimed at the stage, and
yeah.
But I did have
If
to
you
go
could
through.
have asked him, if you could have asked him one question, what would it be?
That is a good question. I hadn't really thought about that, but he was vice president at the time, so we're talking I think 2014, 2015 that convention was. And I do recall having to do the background checks with the Secret Service and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I recall the day that Joe Biden was speaking, they had the Secret Service was already there with security cameras and everything at the entrance to the very room. So
right.
I was the first one up that day. Our hotel was like right across the street from the convention center there. So I'm first one up, already ready to go, and they're there, and we're actually having a very nice chit chat before they opened the doors and everything, and that was a lot of fun, and kind of took me back to about the time you guys were performing, and I was doing security work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, man, I miss the days of playing. There's a rumor that we might be getting back together for a little reunion show.
That would be awesome.
Sometime probably in the fall. Details still forthcoming, but we'll be sure to let you know.
All right, you heard it here first, folks. Possible anything but Joey reunion. That would be great. That would be great. I actually see you guys back together.
Yeah, it'd be fun. So like I said, still trying to get some of the details worked out, but I think it's going to happen. But I'll keep you posted, man.
Sure. Yeah, further reference in my own work, I did have an actor, one of my actor friends on, and the only other time your band came up was he knew that we went to West with a certain famous actor who was a senior our freshman year.
Lasso?
Yeah, Sudeikis. Yeah. I still have my yearbooks, all four of them, and I opened to the freshman yearbook, and they're right there in the basketball page. Is Sudeikis, and then the team photo. He's standing next to Steve.
Right.
And of course, Campbell was the coach, and Matt was actually in my geometry class with Campbell.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He like sat like right behind me or something like that. So,
that's funny.
Yeah,
man. Small world, but man, what a great career Jason has ended up having.
Yeah.
I
didn't actually remember him from West. Maybe you did, but
I did remember him from West. I remember our freshman year, he was a senior, and he was hosting the spring show, which, there would be some skits and some dances for the dance team and all the things like that. And he told one of the funniest jokes I've ever heard in my life to this day on that show. And this is him being a senior in high school. And he said, he was told the joke. He said, I was out on the golf course over the weekend and I got stung by a bee. And he went to the doctor. The doctor says, well, where'd you get stung? And he says, between hole number 1 and hole number 2. And the doctor said, well, maybe you need to widen your stance.
that is pretty funny.
I mean, for a high school kid, I thought that was pretty great. It was pretty funny. So, and I'd seen him, I'd done a couple forensics classes and things like that as well, speech and whatnot. And he was obviously huge in that. He was like a legend in that already. So I got to see him perform and do a couple, of those like improvised sketches or whatever. And it was just clear to me that he was like on a different level than everybody else, but so fun to watch.
That is awesome. And of course, West has a couple of famous actors among their alumni. Of course, referring to Mr. Rudd as well, who was way before us. He was like 87 or something.
Even though he looks like he's about like our age. I swear to God. It's wild, man. It's wild. And then what? There's another, like, Rob Riggle went to South. Is that right?
Yeah, he's a South guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Something in the water over there, man, in Overland Park. Who knows?
Maybe.
Do you still live in Overland Park? Where are you at?
Yeah. Actually, I don't want to brag too much about it or anything. I'm actually in the same house.
Nice.
Yeah. With two, my mom, of course, passed away quite a while ago, over 10 years.
Yeah. So, same with me. Sorry to hear it, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I was the one that called 911 on that, actually. So, yeah.
Oh, it's so tough, man. It's never easy losing a parent. I don't care how old you are. So I'm sorry you had to go through that, man.
Yeah. Yep. Oddly enough, on the second wedding anniversary of my brother Joe, whom I think you remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's married, 3 kids, my 2 nieces, 1 nephew, and actually, they're letting girls in Boy Scouts now, and my niece, who's about to be 10, she's currently in Webelos.
Nice. That's really cool, man.
And she's loving it.
That's awesome. I love that. That's great, man.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool. I think I do remember them when they were saying that. I I think it's great. I think it's great.
Mhm. Yeah, I remember when I first heard about that being a possibility. I was on the camp staff. This has been the summer between our sophomore and junior years, and yeah, that topic came up casually in discussion. Yeah, one day they'll have girls being in Boy Scouts, and sure enough, here we are.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think it's good, man. I think it's a good thing. That's cool.
Yep.
So just doing, so nowadays I'm a creative director at an advertising agency, which is something I never thought I would do, was write TV commercials and stuff like that. But it's a pretty fun job, so I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. I know plenty of guys around here who do commercials as well. So you're in good company.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, for sure, man. It's great. But yeah, dude, that's about it. That's about all that's going on with me, man.
That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I would love to get more West people to come on, and so far you're only the third West person I've had on the podcast.
Who else you got?
Matt Sewell's been on the podcast.
Nice.
And going back to Campbell's class, Jared Feldman.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How's Jared Feldman these days?
Well, he's down in Springfield from last I checked, happily married with a small child of his own, and very happy to still be with us, because remember he had the whole
it was scary there for a minute.
Yeah,
Man, what a road he's been through, man. Well, I'm glad to hear he's doing well.
and
Well, I mean, I'm sure all you got to do is reach out and ask, and I'm sure you could find some other West guys. I'm happy to put you in touch with the rest of the guys in the band. I know they're not on social media very much, but I'm happy to put you in touch with them.
Yeah, I'd be happy to have them on, and anyone else from West who I would love to have. I have a few names in mind that I would like to ask to be on. I know our old buddy TJ. He's inquired about being on a couple
and
times.
another Pawnee kid.
Yeah. and for our audience, Pawnee is the elementary school we went to, which still stands, by the way, but they're getting ready to tear it down and rebuild it. So.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's been a trend actually around Cheyenne. That's been a trend around the Cheyenne Mission, actually, to tear down the older buildings and make way for the new. And some of the newer buildings that I've seen are pretty nice.
Yeah. Nice. I haven't been in. I've been in town a little bit. My folks moved away, and my sister moved away. My brother Brian, my older brother, he's still there, but that's really about it. So I get there maybe once or twice a year to go get drunk with him at Tanner's or whatever.
All right.
or whatever. But I haven't been in West in so long. Who else? Most of I was, like I said, mostly like the band guys and band geeks, the marching band kids were mostly who I hung out with. You were in ROTC and played football and stuff as well, right?
True. And I'm still in touch with some of those guys. What Jared's did both too. So
that's right. Nice, man. That's great. Well, I'm glad you're doing this, and glad you're, trying to keep in touch with everybody. I don't even know if there's reunions or anything happening. I don't even know what year we're at here.
25.
It would be 25, right?
This would be 25. Yeah. I don't think they do 25-year reunions. I think we have to wait till 30 for the next one. I missed the 20th.
I did too.
Yeah.
I went to 10 and that was it.
Yeah, I was at 10 as well. Yeah. And that was the last time I publicly danced, by the way. It was the 10-year.
Get out of here.
I'm serious. I landed on my good knee, start hurting.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
The dance career is over.
Yeah. And of course, the left knee had been bad since football. So
Right.
yeah.
Right. Oh man. Yeah, that was a while ago.
Mhm.
Well, I'm sure once 30 rolls around, we'll start hearing from Casson or somebody.
I still try to keep in touch with Brad now that you mentioned it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, good, man. Well, I'm glad we were able to do this.
Yeah. All right. Well, I just got the warning. I'm on the free Zoom. So
Heck yeah.
That one only gives you like 40 minutes to record stuff.
Heck, that's the perfect amount of time, man.
Yeah. All right.
Well, it was really nice to catch up with you, Mike. I'm glad you're doing
absolutely. And next time you're in KC, just let me know, and we'll definitely hang out.
Absolutely, man. And I'm gonna send the rest of the band guys your way.
All right. Sounds good.
Cool. All right, take it easy, Mike.
This podcast is Uncalled For is hosted, produced and edited by Mike Chernefsky. Opening music is Cool Hard Facts by Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com, licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 4.0 license. The outro music for this episode is Never Forget by Peterloo Massacre, licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike 3.0 international license. Check out Anything But Joey on Spotify and iTunes, or wherever you get your music. Please like, share, and subscribe to the podcast through your favorite podcasting platform, like our Facebook page at facebook.com/uncalledforpodcast. And check out our blog with show notes at uncalledfor.home.blog. Thank you so much for listening. We will see you next time.